Grace, aka Werevlog, will be starting basically on page 51. I'm just going to bring it down this way. Here we go. There we go. It's fine. The slaughtering of St. Paddy the Great by the wolf. Exterior country road, Panhandle of Texas that night. St. Paddy the Great rides on his Harley and Davidson motorbike at high speeds down the country road. Howling arises in the distance. The motorbike speeds down the hill, growing faster and faster. A wolfish creature's shadow appears behind him, galloping, jumping, and growling. The creature's shadow sprints up behind St. Paddy's motorbike, heaving and huffing, barely missing the spinning back wheel. What the hell is that? Cut 2, full moon. Cut 2, exterior long country road that night. St. Paddy the Great remains hauling his Harley Davidson motorbike at top speeds downhill. He grips closer to the cold void of the high winds and ducks downward into the motorbike's gas tank. He's near full speed. The shadow of the wolfish creature runs toward him and leaps over the motorbike. Jesus, what the creature's shadow washes over him. He dodges the mysterious approaching force and turns the wheel. A tree limb appears before his chest. Wham! St. Paddy the Great is clipped by the thick limb and falls backward off the motorcycle and slides onto the road. The motorbike begins to slide on its side while sparks begin to fly. Jesus Christ! He tumbles over and rolls 50 yards or more until he flips to his backside and begins to slide farther. Sparks continue flying. The bike hits an old oak tree, and the engine begins puttering and spits out. St. Paddy comes to a stop. He takes a large breath and begins checking his new injuries. Cut 2. Close-up of St. Paddy the Great. St. Paddy the Great with control. God be with me. He reaches through his leather jacket and removes a jagged stick from his flesh, which has pierced into his side. Howling arises. A shadow from the brush of mesquite slowly creeps onto the road and patiently walks over to the suffering St. Paddy. He lies there. The howling sound is approaching. St. Paddy the Great. No, God. Not now. The creature's shadow covers him. The monster growls and blood is spilt onto the road. The motorbike lets out a final rumble as the spinning front wheel stops. The shadow of the wolf bites into his neck. St. Paddy takes a huge breath and screams. He screams and screams until he goes limp and a gentle breath exits his mouth. And he takes in a last small gasp of air, and St. Paddy the Great dies. A moment, an owl hoots. Ooh, ooh. The wind blows through the pines. No one is around, not even the shadow of the wolf. Mr. Ullman flies to the United States of America. Cut 2. Interior, Air France, Boeing 777-200ER, coach class section, night. Mid-flight, thunderstorm, 30,000 feet and climbing above the Atlantic Ocean. Turbulence shakes the cabin, and the coach class of the aircraft rattles violently. Cut 2, interior, Air France, Boeing 777-200ER bathroom that night. The bathroom mirror shakes as Mr. Ullman brushes his teeth and listens to a tape player, which now rests on the toilet seat. Mr. Ullman now wears an eye patch over his left eye. He fastens the patch tighter against the socket of his eye. A strange man's voice articulates clearly from a small speaker box of the cassette player and throughout the bathroom cabin. Foamy toothpaste swirls down the small drain. The sound of air spews loudly, and at times Mr. Ullman squints as he flosses his teeth over the sink and spits a wad of blood into the sink. Blood drips from his lower lip. The light flickers from the small bulb as the Boeing's wings hit a pocket of air and thunder rises even louder. There is a howling from the wind outside. The intense storm is getting out of control. Mr. Ullman looks down at the bottom of the bathroom's door and sees a flash from the lightning, which has filled the cabin. Cut 2, interior, Air France, Boeing 777-200ER aisles. Moments later, the lightning bolt flashes throughout the aisle, awakening many sleeping passengers and horrifying a few startling passengers. Cut back to Mr. Ullman. Mr. Ullman continues flossing and listening to the stranger's voice. He tries to take in every word from the ghostly voice from a small speaker. Turbulence rattles in the bathroom violently. Thunder crashes outside. There's some spiritual stuff I have to deal with before I'm allowed to continue to live. More thunder. The turbulence rattles the aircraft's cabin. Fighty, fighty, you little bird. Steady now, dear. Stay afloat in the air. Strange voice on speaker. There have been a number of different theories as why certain fighters are blessed with more robust set of viscers than others. Some have argued that when we talk about strength of a fighter's chin, we're really talking about neck strength. Mr. Ullman spits into the bathroom sink. Air sucks the white paste down the drain. My dear Lord. Cut 2. Air France. Interior, Air France, Boeing 77200 ER coach. Seat 12B. Moments later, Mr. Ullman sits in his seat. Passengers, please buckle your seat belts. The captain has informed us some rough turbulence is on its way. The oxygen masks fall before Mr. Ullman's face. His eye widens as he buckles up. Lightning strikes outside near the wing of the plane and thunder rocks the cabin. I hate flying. Mr. Ullman leans over to vomit. Sir, are you okay? Before I die, tell me mother I love her. Female flight attendant. Very funny. Please buckle up, sir. Yes, ma'am. Scotch whiskey. Not now, sir. Just one drop. A drop. Not now, sir. One drop of scotch, please. When things settle down, sir. When things settle down, then. When things settle down. They're settled. Scotch, damn it. Mr. Ullman buckles his seatbelt as a tear falls from his remaining eye. He adjusts the eye patch on his left eye, much tighter than before. A tear falls before beneath the patch. He sniffles in frustration and quietly cries in his hands. Cut 2. Interior bedroom night. Rainy Love snores on her pillow. Grace rests upside down and away from her snoring. Cut 2. Interior bedroom, full moon that night. The silvery light seeps through the curtain. Grace awakes. There is no snoring. He looks at where... There we go. We found it. For the English majors. Where Rainey was sleeping. She is gone. He gets up quickly and goes to the kitchen. Interior kitchen moments later. Grace runs in the kitchen. She is not there. Cut 2. Interior bathroom moments later. Grace runs in the bathroom. No one is there. Cut 2. Interior living room moments later. He goes to the living room. The TV is off. No one is around. Cut 2. Exterior powder moments later. Full moon. Howling arises. Grace arrives at the patio. There is one remaining smoking cigarette in the ashtray. Rainey isn't there. The cherry flickers in the bottom of the ashtray. Okay, we're going to change this for the sake of YouTube. I'm going to go just with heck. What the heck? Where are you, Rainey? Howling arises. The fields in the distance reveal a shadowy creature. The full moon casts down the silvery wash. Rainy, rainy. Silver reflects in his eyes. He searches the night. He searches under the full moon. He searches and runs through the trails. He runs across the fields. Howling arises. He hears the howling. He searches more. She is nowhere to be found. His feet becomes covered in stickers and mud. Cut 2. Eggs. Interior kitchen morning. Rainy fries eggs in a skillet. A cigarette hangs from her lips. Rainy. Wake up, dear. Grace walks in. He is in his underwear. Where were you last night? I went for a walk. In the middle of the night? I searched the whole farm. You were nowhere to be found. So? You went them running or sunny side up? What? What? You went on a walk in the middle of the night. So? So? So what? You can't do that. Why not? Because it's dangerous. They're coyotes. So? So they could bite you. Running or sunny side up? Sunny side up is runny. Scramble then. I guess scramble them. We need to talk. About what? About Patty the Great. So what about him? I didn't like the way you were looking at him. Looking at him? At Fatty Patty? Yeah, Fatty Patty. Your eyes, you look like you wanted to eat him. I didn't want to eat him. I didn't want him. You think it's impressive that he's going to Japan? How do you know he's going to Japan? He said he was going to Japan. So? So do you think that's impressive? You beat him fair and square. I may have. You're better than him. So you love me, right? Doesn't it look like I love you? She dumps the eggs on his plate and hands it to him. She puffs on her cigarette and blows smoke in his face. He coughs. She tosses a package of bacon at him. Fry him. Thanks. Eat up. You beat Patty. Now you're the winner. It was nice to see him again, wasn't it? Grace turns on the radio in the kitchen. The bovine corpses on the ranchers who found them. The animals' ears, eyes, udders, anuses, sex organs, and tongues had routinely been removed, seemingly with a sharp, clean instrument. Some say possibly razors, blades, sharp fangs. Some say claws. No clear tracks or footprints were found in the immediate vicinity, nor were any of the usual opportunistic scavengers. Barksville has over 100 recent mutilations of cattle on several separate local farms. No sightings of wolves or coyotes or mountain lions or bobcats or any other predator that could be responsible have been linked to the mutilations of recent time. Barksville's remaining community thrives on cattle stock, and if mutilations don't stop soon, financial trouble for this farming land will arise. What is this? What is this crap? Sounds like something eating the cattle. Is this for real? How's the eggs, honey? A bit runny, but I'm good. Coffee ready? I'm going outside for a smoke. Aren't you going to eat? I already ate. Cut 2, just relax. Interior, BMW car, Portland International Airport night. Mr. Ullman attempts to fasten his seatbelt. He is obviously drunk. His speech is slurred and his eyes are foggy. Ted drives the BMW. A lift sticky rests under the airport fleet sticker. Ted hooks up to the lift amp and plugs it in the cigarette lighter outlet. The lamp grows pink and then green and beeps. I'll just say, just to kind of get the idea, I'm just kind of using slang term on the a lift window sticky. You know what that is. I just make up that word, resting under the airport fleet sticker. So the fleet sticker is a little bit different than the window sticky. That's just the thing they stick on there. Something wrong with your lamp. It's called a nap. Is it? Been drinking? None of your darn business. Can you get me to the area they shot Stand By Me? I believe it's Astoria. Stand By Me, the movie? Yes, the flippin' movie. That was filmed a long time ago. I don't know the exact location. I got a friend out there. Want to visit. Is she a lady friend? None of your business. By the way, your seatbelt is broken. I have some scotch in the glove box. It's extra. What's extra? The scotch. At this moment, I don't want any but bloody scotch. How long is the drive? 40 minutes, maybe, if I speed. You mind if I speed? Speed, then. You smell like a bit like booze. You smell like a bit like booze. You smell... I'm just going to go with this right here. You smell a bit like booze. You smell like a bit like booze. I think this is probably correct. It's just a dot. Let's do that. Try that. You smell like a bit like booze. I like that. I had a few drinks on the plane, and I feel at the bar waiting on your butt. Driver, can you hurry up? My name is Ted. Ted, huh? Yes, sir. If you want more booze, it'll cost you. We'll talk about more booze later. Let me ask you something, Ted. You believe in lycanthropes? Is that spelled with an E? Lycanthrope? Let's see here. Yes, I believe it is. Lycanthrop. Yes, an E, isn't it? Ain't that drunk yet? Why do you ask, dear boy? Studying linguistics. Spelling is everything to me. Is right. Is right. H and M. You're kind Lyft driver, nevertheless kind, but kind of smart aleck for a Lyft driver as well. How long have you been Lyft driver? About as long as Uber? You Uber too, huh? You Uber too. Yeah, I usually pick up butt knocks and Lyft. You calling me a butt knock, Ted? In a way, yeah. I see. I may be a butthole, but not a butt knock, Ted. You know what I do, Ted? What is that, sir? I hunt werewolves for a living. My name is Gerald Oldmain III, also known as Silverfang on YouTube, which I have my own show. I vlog it on international television and social media and other online platforms. You're on TV? Well, if your television is hooked to the internet, I am. It's an internet web series. Cool. How long till we get there? 40 minutes, but we could hit a deer or get stuck in a storm or anything really could happen. I could kick your butt until out of my car for being too drunk. Hint, hint. Oh, shut up. Thanks. Want some chips? Dry, damn it. Just relax. Frito-Lay? Plural. Okay. I'm going to add something right here. A moment. Okay. So a moment, I need to add this right here. A moment, this is the director in me, passes. Okay, and then Ted drives in silence. We'll say drives in silence for a while. Okay, give me a moment. Okay, so we have that. We're going to go ahead and add that right there. And then finally, when in Rome, Ted floors it. He offers him a bag of Funyuns from the Frito. Okay, so we're going to have him trying to see. Okay. I think this is right. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm sorry, I have to add this. Ted drives in silence for a while. Okay, so a moment passes. Let's do it this way. Let's start here, Ted, and then we'll say floors it. So he speeds the car up here as a way to change the moment. A moment passes, Ted drives in silence for a while. Then we get into when in Rome. Okay, so Mr. Oldmain will say, when in Rome. He offers him a bag of Funyuns from the Frito-Lay variety pack box that is kept on the passenger floor. Mr. Oldmain takes the bag and opens them and eats it a few. So right, instead of saying he, we'll make it more clear by saying Ted offers him. Okay. Cut to maybe. Pat, yeah. Yeah, I do think I'm going to go a little further. Interior patio evening. Grace. Kitty. He's really clawing my toes. Okay, cat. Come on. Maybe. Interior patio evening. Stop it, kitty. Stop it. Sorry about that. That's not in it. We cut that. Well, we might can add some kitty stuff in there. I said no, kitty. Stop it. Okay. Interior patio evening. Grace extinguishes Rainey's cigarette in the ashtray. Grace is shirtless. His gut hangs out. So he's retired at this point. He scratches his tattoo above his nipple. His muscles are still bulging, but aging a bit. Grace is still a strong fighter. The tattoo is a moon with zigzags, claws marks through it. My tattoo itches. Must be rain. Did you like the Taco Bell salsa we got? It's fine. I'll cut up the onion, dear. Yes, you will. Are you okay, sweetie? Will you quit asking if I'm okay? You've been taking these long walks at night, acting strange. So it's strange. What's so strange about walking at night? There has been mutilations in the area. Oh, the cattle mutilations. Yes, and they don't know what's causing it. Could be a wild beast. Or it could be aliens. You believe in aliens? I don't know, maybe. CNN had a special on it. Oh, crap, the oven went off. Better get it before it burns. I wanted to vlog us doing a cooking show sometime. Of us? Yeah. We make mean burger. I want to start vlogging stuff. Vlogging? Videoing us day by day. Wouldn't that be fun? I guess, maybe. She takes a drag off a newly lit cigarette. You should quit smoking. Oh, I see. I'm sorry about that. Start over. Guess maybe. She takes a drag off a newly lit cigarette. You should quit smoking. I like the taste. Cut to. So, okay. Yeah, let's continue. Exterior hotel, Portland, Oregon, night. Mr. Gerald Ullman III rearranges the wire to the landline phone in the computer room at the hotel. He speaks to the phone. A thunderstorm brews outside, thunder and lightning under their conversation. This is Gerald III speaking. You are the blacksmith? Good. I'm the werewolf hunter. I saw your show online, and I know you specialize as a blacksmith in silver products and weaponry. You make different types of weaponry and silver on the show as well, right? Right, Mr. Blacksmith? Yes, I do. Good. We need to decide on a place to meet. I need the following weapons. Do you have a bag carrying case for the weapons as well? Oh, yes. Very convenient. I need the silver powder that you advertise as well. What else? I need bullets and silver. Oh, bullets will cost you a pretty penny. Each are hard to make. What else you need? Do you make daggers in silver? Yeah, silver and gold. Just silver for now, and bullets. Do you happen to need the bullets in a 38? I have those in backstock. Yes, I actually do. 38 calibers special? Yes, I have a special silver for 38 caliber special. Hell of a weapon. Packs a punch. Have you heard of the Ilmpei HK7 submachine gun? Yes, I actually own one. Do you make them for other heckler and cock weaponry? Mostly. I see. We'll talk about that later. For now, 38 caliber bullets and silver will do. I see. Okay, what else? Let's see. What have I have chosen? Silver powder, 38 caliber bullets, and a silver dagger, and silver. What else? You hunting werewolves? Yes, actually I am. Yes, I am hunting werewolves. You might want to check out silver gloves. They have spikes on the end where the knuckles are. Pure silver packs a punch if you're close up. I'll be testing the silver as well. I have a testing kit for the purity. It's pure silver, sir. All of it. Even the gloves are pure silver. The gloves have spikes on them, you say? Yes, they do. And them to check out a list as well. Add them to check out the list as well. Will do. Gloves included, spikes and all. Okay. You take cash up? Yes, I take cash up. I capitalize on this right here. I take them all. Okay. There's a 7-Eleven not too far. We always use words in screenplays, so capitalize on that. Okay, there's a 7-Eleven not too far from my hotel. I'm now in Portland, Oregon. We shall meet then in 2 hours. It's closing on midnight right now. Is that too late for you? Portland? No, not too late. I can meet you tonight then. I'll message you my exact location soon. Then the money will be placed in your Cash App. Give me a subtotal after the phone call. I've emailed you my information to talk to me in an encrypted chat room. Message the total to me there, okay, Mr. Blacksmith? You're pretty serious about hunting werewolves. Yes, I am. Very serious, my friend. Cash App should work just fine. We're talking about thousands of dollars here. I don't care the cost. I need the weaponry, and I need it for pure silver. Gotcha. Pure silver. Anything else? I'll message you soon. Mr. Oldmain hangs up the phone and looks out into the storm that has stuck outside the window of the hotel. We're going to continue. Exterior 7-Eleven gas station that night. A dark SUV pulls up with an Uber sign on the dash that glows pale silver. Mr. Ullman steps out of the vehicle and walks behind the gas station. A dark-haired tall man with a pale, ghostly face covered in ash-colored bandana and a dark trench coat, long, shaggy dreadlocks appear from a misty wisp of smoke. He has a long-rolled cigarette in his lips. He puffs and reveals a silver grill for a smile. The blacksmith holds a large tote bag full of weaponry. Mr. Ullman approaches him carefully and keeps at 6 feet. You're the blacksmith? Yes, I am. Drop the bag and step back 6 feet. You can check your Cash App in a moment. I have the payment on its way. Mr. Oldmain unzips the tote bag and pulls out a test tube size vial. He picks up the silver dagger and pours a drop of liquid from the vial and watches for the color change. It's pure silver. I'm sure it is. The dagger checks out. Once everything rings true, I'll complete the payment. You hunt werewolves? Yes, I do. Most of my life. Killed a few in the process. You've seen my show online? Yes. Seen mine? That's how I learned of you. You're John Blacksmith, ain't you? That's my alias. You're Gerald Oman III, lycanthrope killer. Hunter. Lycanthrope hunter. That's what I go by. I'd rather catch them, but they are so squirrely most of the time, I kill them instead. I see. I know much about them. About the lycanthrope? Yes, I'll buy you some coffee. I want to talk to you about a sighting. Sounds good. Let me check the rest of these for the purity. Cut to Denny's restaurant that night. Okay, I added this little note. I guess just for they might could do an improv or something. Folklore story of the lycanthrope, the tattoo seen on Grace's from the UFC fight night, Barkville mutilations. They both know the mutilations. These are kind of notes to write about when I was writing. So Mr. Ullman waves the waitress onward. She carries a large steaming pot of coffee. She fills both their cups and drops the cream and sugar. John Blacksmith takes a sip first. The werewolf is an old English meaning for lycanthrope, which means wolf person. It is a human that has ability to shapeshift into a wolf-like creature. It derives from an old gypsy curse. The full moon is known to set off the curse. The Native Americans have also claimed the rights to this origin. There have been sightings on many reservations. Usually it starts with a bite or scratch from the beast, which can spread the curse to the victim, if the victim lives through the attack. Early sources believe it is an ability of affliction called lycanthropy. Lycanthropy. Petronius, as old as 27 through 66. The Gervase of Tiberi, as far back as 1150 and 1228. Those are around originations. Also, it is widespread in Europe and especially the United Kingdom. The Christians especially feared the beast in the medieval period. Even journal entries are found in witnesses during the New World and colonialism. They were parallel to the belief in witches. Many that have seen such a beast have also experienced witchery. It is common that they experience both. You ever seen a witch, John? I saw a story about an albino in the midst of the forest where A Stand By Me was filmed. Late at night off the Oregon Trail, it was after filming, I saw this young albino boy running as fast as a wolf. He was growling the entire time. It happened while I was in the midst of capturing filming locations. Behind him, he ran a mad elderly woman, carrying a thorny staff of some kind. I thought it was shrooms, but I think I really saw it. You're on shrooms at the time? I believe so. That or acid, I can't remember the drug. But I was high on when I saw it. I see. Werewolves are real. Very real. Have you heard about the recent mutilations in Texas? It made the news. Yes, in fact, I have. I've been studying it. In Barksville, Texas. Yes, Barksville. There have been cow mutilations that are unexplained there. I'm about to head off to Barksville. There is a man there who lives there now. I want to interview him. Is he involved? He's a retired UFC fighter. I saw the famous fight between him and St. Paddy the Great. Aired on HBO. His name is Grace Lippin. Usually fights with a gi. This particular, and something happened to the word particular right here. Fight with the gi was ripped from him, and there was a moment when the camera was close up on his lower right bicep and lower breastplate. It is a tattoo that looks like this. Mr. Ullman reveals a note card with a drawing of a moon with 2 zigzag patterns. Huh. See the pattern, the zigzags in the moon? Yes. That is why I want to interview him. No one knows of this gypsy symbol but me. I am the only one. I am the only that would know that it is from a gypsy folklore. How do you know about it? I am a gypsy. I was raised by gypsy mother and father, and they know all about the lycanthrope. They know of the curse, and this lycanthropy curse lives in Barksville, Texas. Gotta watch how Barksville is spelled on this right here. It's massacred the city's name. It's fictional, but still. Are you going there? Are you going there? Yes, to interview Grace. Grace Lippin, the fighter? Yes. I could tag along. I can bring additional weaponry, all silver. I could use some help. Cut 2. Okay, I think that's good. Page 74. We've got some good scenes coming up here soon. We're gonna cut from here.